What's up? So this is Rod Navarro, a licensed professional teacher, and today's video I will be sharing you guys some important board exam questions that you will see when you take your board examination for teachers. So those who are taking their will be taking their board exam this coming September. This you may find this video uh, interesting, or maybe sana may maiiwan ako sa inyo, ano? So, for today's video, I will be sharing general education, and let's get started. Okay? Number one, science. Let's start with science. It is a branch of science that deals with the study of animal behavior. So which branch of science deals with the study of animal behavior? Of course, that's not psychology, that's not biology, and not morphology. So the correct answer here is letter B, that is ethology. If you're going to look for the definition of ethology in the dictionary, you can see that ethology deals with the study of animal behavior. So that's the correct answer, not psychology, not biology. And there are also branches of science that appear during the board exam. And let's take a look for the different branches of science. Of course, we'll be having a large scope of them. And meteorology deals with the study of weather. Weather. And cytology deals with the study of cell. Geology deals with the study of what? Just fishes. Ornithology deals with the study of birds. Entomology deals with the study of insects. Okay, these are the entomologists are the bug enthusiasts. Bug enthusiasts. Next one, herpetology. Herpetology deals with the study of what? Reptiles. Reptiles, including amphibians. Reptiles and amphibians. All right, so forgive my spelling. And next one, histology. Histology deals with the study of tissues. All right, paleontology. Paleontology deals with the study of what? Deals with the study of, correct, that is fossils. Sorry, fossils. And morphology, it is the study of what? So our clue word for morphology is structure. Structure. All right. Next one. Of course, I also add some other branches of science: aerology, the science and study of atmosphere; algology, the study of algae; virology, the study of gravity or weight; acoustics, the science of echoes and reflected sounds; phynology, the scientific study of dogs; epidemiology, or the study of diseases; horology, the study of time measurement; geography, the study of measuring heights; metrology, the science of weights and measures; cosmics, the scientific study of smells; and of course, we have somatology from the word soma. Soma, which means what? The somatology is the science of property of matter. We also have zymology, or the science of fermentation. All right. So the question here for number 2 is, let's take a look at this. All right. Let me just zoom it in. All right. So number 2, water is muddy. Alum is added to clog the colloidal particles. Alum is then known as A, sterilizing agent; B, settling agent; C, strainer; D, colloidal particle. All right. So what's your correct answer here? Okay. Even though you don't know what is an alum, you can still answer this if you're going to dissect the sentence. So how are you going to do this? This is common sense, guys. This is common sense. It says here it's muddy. Okay, it's muddy. Water is muddy. Alum is added to clog the colloidal particles. So when the water is muddy, so what are you going to use that for? The alum. Okay, we have sterilizing agent, settling agent, a strainer, a colloidal particle. So the correct answer here is settling agent. When you say settling agent, you let the mud to settle at the bottom. Okay, so that is to settling agent. All right, settling agent. That's the correct answer. Next one, number 3. Here, what water still contains bacteria and other microorganisms. A chemical should be added to sterilize it. The chemical which is commonly used is, of course, this is very easy. That is chlorine, letter A. Next one. It's not. We're not going to study that anymore. If heat is continued, the atom of solid begin to lose the attraction, which holds them together. Then blank occurs. Is that boiling? Is it a change of state? Is that freezing? Or is that crystallization? This is very easy. Okay, our clue word here is begin to lose the attraction. Begin to lose the attraction. When you say begin to lose the attraction, what? Anong sagot natin? Letter? Is that boiling? Boiling, that is a change from liquid to gas. A change of state, freezing, and the C or D are not correct. So which one is correct? That is a change of state. All right, change of state. Bakit? Kasi sabi dito, atoms of solid begin to lose the attraction which holds them together. Then a change of state occurs. All right, if heated. Okay. So you cannot see what do you call this? You cannot see a change from solid to liquid from the choices. That's why the correct answer is a change of state. All right, let's answer this. Solid to liquid. Solid to liquid, what's that? Okay, correct. That is melting. Liquid to gas, correct. That is evaporation. Gas to liquid, correct. That is condensation. How about gas to solid? Gas to solid, that is deposition. And solid to gas, that is correct. That is sublimation. Sublimation for solid to gas. Number 5. Which of the following statements best describes between mass and weight? A. Mass is the measure of the pull of gravity on the body, while weight is the quantity of matter in a body. B. Mass is the quantity of matter in a body, while weight is the measure of the pull of gravity on the body. C. Mass is always less than the weight. And D. Mass is always more than the weight. So don't be confused about the difference between the two words here, mass and weight. So this is the lesson of grade 3 students, okay? Very basic, but we often forget the difference between the two. So what's the answer? Let's define mass. Mass is, what is mass? That is letter B. The mass is the quantity of matter in a body, and weight is the measure of the pull of gravity on a body. All right? So balikan lang natin ang concept ng mass. Let's recall our third grade moments. Ano? Okay, so sabi ni teacher noon, mass is what? Not changing. Okay? Mass is constant. Weight is changing. So ibig sabihin, weight is nagbabago and mass is not nagbabago. So, all right, that's the difference of the two. Okay, what happens to your mass if you go to Jupiter? Nothing happens to your mass. But what happens to your mass if you go to the moon? What happens to your weight when you go to the moon? Okay, so it decreases depending on your location. Okay, that is mass and weight. How about number 6? What happens to the mass of the astronaut when when he is in Jupiter. Okay, take note of the word mass here. All right, so it increases by more than 5 times. It decreases, it will be on 1/6 of the original mass, and it will not decrease nor increase. So since we are talking about mass here, it's constant. It's not going to affect the astronaut. So it's letter D. It will not decrease nor increase. Number 7, Mercury is to Venus. Venus is to Earth. That is letter Mercury, Mr. Vam J. Sun. All right. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. So that is letter C. Correct. Letter C, Mars. Okay, numbers. Andyan kasi yung mga order niyan eh. Mr. Vam J. Sun, planet discovered by mathematical calculations. What? Sorry. Planet discovered by mathematical calculations. What is this? This is Neptune. Neptune. All right. So planet known as the evening and morning star. Correct. That's Venus, basic. How about what are the 4 ring planets? The 4 ring planets are, let's give them name, dunes. Okay, dune means Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. All of the outer planets have rings. Okay, so what are the ring planets? We have the dunes, the Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. Okay, terrestrial planets are derived from the word terra, which means land or rock. And Jovian planets are derived from the word Jove, which means Jove is a mythical creature that inhabits Jupiter. So it's going to be a Jovian planet, Jupiter and its company. All right. Next one, number 8. A black occurs when the moon passes into the Earth's shadow. Thus, the Earth hinders the sun's rays from reaching the moon. So that's correct. That is lunar eclipse. So yeah, that is lunar eclipse. All right. Number 9. The layer of the Earth's atmosphere to be the coldest, reaching a minimum temperature of about 90 degrees Celsius is blank. Okay? The layer of the Earth's atmosphere thought to be the coldest. So which one? So we have different layers of the atmosphere. Let's start with troposphere. And then next one, stratosphere. Then at the middle, we have the mesosphere and the exosphere. All right, so which one is the coldest? Which one is the coldest? That is the letter C, mesosphere. Letter C, mesosphere. So I'll give you a hint for this. Mesosphere. What's with mesosphere? It's just with letter M. In Tagalog, we call it malamig. Letter M, malamig. So it's the coldest. Okay, I'll give you a hint for that. Malamig, mesosphere, malamig. It's the coldest. About 90 degrees Celsius. Negative 90 degrees Celsius rather. And so let's take a look at different layers of the atmosphere for now. So troposphere. What is our clue word for troposphere? This is weather occurrence. Weather occurrence. And we also have, of course, cloud formation. And then what else? I guess that's enough. And the next one, we also have stratosphere. The stratosphere, of course, that's the second layer. Second layer, you consider the weather balloons. Weather balloons. Maybe we can include here planes. And the weather balloons for the stratosphere. Let's go back to the stratosphere, weather balloons. And you also have your jet planes here. Jet planes. And of course, in the stratosphere, you can also see there the ozone layer. And I guess that's enough. And we have mesosphere, that is at the middle. The mesosphere, maybe it's the coldest. And we also have your, what else? What else do you see in the mesosphere? All right, that's the coldest. And thermosphere, maybe if we have the coldest, we also have the hottest layer. And just another clue for thermosphere, we also have your, aside from being the hottest, we also have there the International Space Station, or the ISS. And of course, you also have your what? What? The, are you familiar with aurora? Aurora borealis? Aurora borealis and aurora australis. Okay, let's capitalize those. And aurora australis, all right? Or the southern and the northern lights. Aurora borealis is the northern lights, and aurora australis is the southern lights. Borealis referring to the north, australis referring to the south. Okay, next one, exosphere. The thinnest layer is the exosphere, and you can see the satellites here. Oh, sorry. All right, satellites. Next one, biology is to life. And what's the answer? Okay, let's see. Bronze and then study of. Let's say, let's treat it as that way. So bronze, tama ba? Paleontology, insects, wrong. Anthropology is to man, maybe. Diseases is to pathology, baliktad. So this is the other way around. So we are not looking for this letter C. And bird is the ornithology, is also the other way around. So let's see, the correct answer is letter B. Anthropology is to man. Okay, anthropology is to man. Letter B. All right. Next one, aluminum is to pans. And then let's see, material, product. Material, product, material. Silver to moon, that's not going to confuse you. Next one, white is to cotton. So let's choose between A and B. Which one is correct? That is letter A. That is letter A. Because follows the same order with the stem. We have aluminum here and the pans. So iron is the material and the nail is the product. Number 12. Field pulls on spring and spring pulls on field. Okay, which law of motion is stated in this? All right, so we have, is it inertia, work, friction, reaction, action, action, reaction? That is letter what? Letter C, action, or letter D, action and reaction. All right, so we call this this is the third law, the law of interaction, the third law. That is the third law. The third states that in every action, there is always an opposite and equal reaction. All right. Number 13. So let's go back to a bit more challenging part. Anatomy. Your vocal cord is housed in which of the following? Your vocal cord is housed in which of the following? Is it in the pharynx or diaphragm, larynx, pharynx, trachea? The correct answer is in the larynx. Letter B, larynx. Okay, let's take this. What is the largest cell? The largest cell is found in the egg of an ostrich. Take note, largest cell. it has no reference point. So when we say largest cell, it does not mean in the human body. It doesn't. It is not stated whether it is in the human body or as a whole. So let's take it as a whole. So the largest cell is found in the egg of an ostrich. Next one, largest cell in the human body. This is the ovum or the egg cell. Smallest cell in the human body. Smallest cell, that is the sperm cell. Number of bones, of course, 208. Number of muscles. As far as my reference is concerned, it says there is 650. But we only have 639 named. Okay, but I'm not going to claim this. This is just my reference point. Okay, this is just according to my reference. This is what according to my reference rather. Number of kidneys, of course you have 10 kidneys, just kidding, you have 2. Number of milk teeth, you have 20. Number of ribs, ilan bang ribs mo? Okay. Of course, you have 12 ears, ano? Number of chambers of the heart, of course we have 4. Next one, number of chambers in the heart, we have 4. What are the 4 chambers of the heart? We have the right atrium, right ventricle, what else? Left atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle. Left and right atrium, left and right ventricle. So those are the 4 chambers of the heart. Largest artery, of course, that the aorta. Sorry. Let's take, forgive my spelling. Normal blood pressure, it is 90 to 120. Yan, that is 90 to 120. Okay? Palitan natin. Lifespan of eyelashes, that is 3 months. That is 3 months. Lifespan of eyelashes, that is 3 months. pH of blood, that is 7.4. Next one, vertebrae in the spine. We have how many? You count 33. Tama ba? Number of vertebrae in the neck. Oh my God, that is 7. Number of bones in the middle ear. If you're going to if you're going to count, we have 6. Middle ear, both ears. I'm referring to both ears, so we have 6. Number of bones in the face. I guess 14. Yeah, we have 14. In the skull, we have 24. We have 24. And number of bones in the chest, we have 25. I'm not sure of that, maybe. And number of bones in each human ear. In each human ear, of course, we have 3. What are they? What are the 3 small bones in the human ear? We have the anvil, hammer, and stapes or the stirrups. Number of pumps in the heart, 2. And the diastole and the systole. That is the number of pumps in the heart. Largest organ, of course, the skin. Largest gland, that is the what? What is the largest gland? That is your liver. Smallest bone in the ear, that's the stapes. First transplanted organ, according to my reference, is the heart. And average length of the small intestine, that is, small intestine is 7.5 meters. And average length of the intestine, that is 1.5 meters. Average, average. And then average blood volume, of course, that is 5 liters. And then average life of RBC, that is 90 120 days. That is 90 to 120 days. Pregnancy period, 9 months. That is equivalent to 280 days. 280 days. Oh, sorry. Ano ba? 280 days. Number of bones in the human foot. Sorry, 33. Numbers of bones in the ear and the wrist. Okay, number of bones in the ear, that's 8. Number of bones in the hand, if you're going to count, we have 27. And longest cell, of course, the neurons. Average weight of the brain, that is 1.4 kilograms. Sorry, 1.4 kilograms. 1.4 kilogram or 1,400 to 1,500 grams. Okay, pwede rin 1.5 kilograms, but the average is actually 1.4 to 1.5. So it can be 1.5, it can be 1.4, it can be 1,400 grams, or it can be 1,500 grams. Number 14, the sense organ which helps us determine the correct position of standing, sitting, or lying down. This is my lesson for the grade 3. So is that nose, is that ear, eyes, or skin? So the correct answer here is your ear. Letter B, bucket. Why? Because inside your ear, we have there your what sense? The vestibules. Okay, the vestibules determine the correct position of standing, sitting, or lying down. So i-search nyo na lang yan. Next one, hair-like structure found in the nose, of course, this is cilia. Lagi natin nakikita yan, cilia. And the next one, which set of chromosomes give the eye color? This is highly, ano na? Okay, the correct answer here is chromosome 15. That is the eye color. 17. Intestinal rumbling caused by moving gas. This happens when you're hungry. Okay, so it happens. Jejunum, borborygmus, duodenum, ileum. That is the correct answer here is borborygmus. Borborygmus. Jejunum, duodenum, and ileum are all parts of the small intestine. Okay, duodenum first, jejunum is the second part, and the last part of the small intestine we have the ileum. And then the larval stage of a fly is called, okay, don't be confused. We have letter C, maggot. So what is regular? This is for tawag sa lamok. Okay, lamok or mosquito. Okay, mosquito in English. Bakit ba? Ano bang meron sa lamok? Mosquito. Nymph, these are, let's say, dragonflies. Cockroaches na lang. Okay, cockroaches and caterpillar, these are what? Butterflies. Butterflies. And then last two items. One of the following is a secretion of the ductless of the endocrine gland. Okay, what are they? What's this? What's the answer? We have your, of course, your hormones. When you say endocrinology, endocrine gland, it has to do with our hormones. So what's your answer? That is letter C. So what is amylase bile? These are enzymes. Amylase is an enzyme that digests sugar. It's found in your mouth. And the bile is, this is the secretion of the liver. This is the green substance found in your gall. All right, next one. Last item, number 20, is a tiny gap across a nerve cell. So as we all know, nerve cells are not connected to each other. They have tiny gaps between neurons. So what do you call this gap between neurons? Is that axon terminal? Terminal is the end. From the word terminal is end of a neuron. We have synapse, myelin. Myelin, that is the coating of the neuron. Myelin sheath. We have the myelin sheath, that is the coating. of course, the neurotransmitter, these are substances or chemicals that joins the gap between neurons. So what's the answer? That is letter B. Letter B, that is synapse. Okay. Oh, I hope you learned something for today. And if you want this video, please do share and react, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. So I know what to do next. Okay.